friends, look who I'm here with today.
Good evening, everybody. We are in Connecticut here, the Cigar Republic in Danbury. We are having great time, and we would love to share with you what's going on at the moment. Thank you, Angela, for having us.
Guys, this is Billy and Gus from Artesano del Tobacco. We are smoking Viva La Vida and Pulpo cigars. We are at the Cigar Republic in Connecticut here with Angela.
Yeah, and they were so nice to say yes and come on the Puros and Music podcast. So you know, after we talk about the cigars, they're awesome cigars, and they have a special one coming out. It's dropping any minute now. We're going to talk about that. But we're going to talk a little bit about music, too. You know, I'm going to ask them that one major question that I ask everybody at the end there. So thanks for joining, and we're going to get right into it. So who wants to go first? Because do you want to talk about what you're smoking, or do you want to talk about what's going to be released any minute? First.
We're gonna talk about what we are smoking right now, guys. This is the Viva La Vida 5 years. As everybody know, Viva La Vida has been in the market for 5 years, made in Nicaragua with AJ Fernandez. We are super excited of the response of everybody who smoked it, talking about it, enjoyed it, right, Gus?
100%, yes. And Angela, again, thank you for having us, for allowing us to be here on your podcast. Guys, again, I'm going to say this. We are at the Cigar Republic in Connecticut, Danbury. This shop is phenomenal. The people here are so great. They are so knowledgeable, and they carry the product that we are so happy to share with you. Showcasing the Club 500, and the Jester. The 5-year anniversary that we just released into the market. It's almost like 2 weeks now, and it is doing phenomenal. We are so happy, we are so excited with what we have. This here, the Club 500 that I'm smoking right now, we used the same filler and binder that we had in the old Viva La Vida, but the wrapper is a totally different wrapper. It's a Cuban seed grown here in Connecticut. And if you look at the shade, it's so dark, it's so brown, it's like a piece of chocolate.
So that's this is on the market currently, right now. People can get it.
Angela, that's correct.
And this is it's similar except everything but the wrapper. The wrapper's different? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay, great.
Correct.
So the 500 has a new Cuban seed
Habano,
Oh,
Maduro, grown
beautiful.
in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And the Jester, same thing. We used a new wrapper, which is a Habano Connecticut Maduro. And
The aroma on all three. I always say, if you had smell-o-vision right now, the aroma that's right here, it's beautiful.
Angela
beautiful.
is speaking all the good stuff. The aroma, she's right. And I don't want to miss on that. The aroma that we have here, Angela, let you tell everyone what you're getting from this aroma.
Oh, it's I'm actually getting a little bit of raisin. With is that what would you say? It's like a nice, that classic cigar tobacco sweetness. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Correct.
Yeah, it's with like a underlining hint of spice, but it's mostly like a raisin. Do you find that?
That's correct, Angela. And also, I could add there's hints of espresso, and also the aroma itself on the palate. You get that sweet chocolate taste as well.
Yeah.
So
We're talking about the tobacco field. Sorry, I
so
interrupted because my head was swirling. I was like, this aroma. We got 3 perfect cigars going here.
So guys, what we did with the 5-year anniversary, we chose 2 sizes. One is a flat bellicoso for the Jester, and a box press Sabroso for the Club 500. And with the Club 500, you will realize it's more medium to full, and the Jester is more fuller bodied cigar, even though it's the same tobacco, same filler, binder, and wrapper. So what we did with the Jester, we allow the consumer to control the level of how full or how strong the cigar they want to experience. So if you look at the shape of
the bellicoso, beautiful.
Jester,
yeah.
If you cut literally, if you take just the tip of the cigar,
This is true.
the cigar will be much fuller than the Club 500. But then if you go lower and you cut it here, the cigar will be totally different, strength-wise, same flavor, and it's because of the shape that we designed. The consumer will be the one to dictate how fuller, how medium the cigar want to.
All right, we're gonna clip that. We're gonna clip that and post that again, because that is a tip straight from the horse's mouth, as they say,
Right,
because
that's correct.
these are the brothers that are delivering all the flavor straight to all you out there. But you had mentioned you work with AJ Fernandez.
Correct.
Now, how did you meet him? Okay, so if you could indulge us, who was the first reach out to AJ? How did you meet him personally? And how long ago was that?
Actually, AJ Fernandez came to our cigar shop. As everybody knows, we used to own 2 cigar shops in Manhattan, New York. It's called the Cigar Inn. And when AJ started producing cigars under his portfolio, it was San Lotano.
Yes. Now, if let me just interrupt you, because you could tell me the inside information, because I don't know if this is a rumor or true. He was a roller first. Is that true? He first was a roller.
Rolled,
Correct.
And then I just wanted to make sure, because his palate also is very developed, right? So he knows cigars like as you, inside and out.
100%.
Unbelievable. Okay, so he came in. He was a customer of yours. Oh no. Oh
AJ, his partner came to our store.
yeah.
And he introduced us to the San Lotano.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's 2012.
2011, 2012,
2011,
something
yeah.
like that. And they came to sell their cigars at our shops. We didn't know who AJ was, even though he was doing so many cigars for different companies.
Yes, he was. Yeah, I
right,
love the history of that.
Yes, for CI and Rocky and so many different
He
companies.
was big everywhere. Like he knew a lot of like people in the industry, and everyone knew about him. At that time, when they came to the shop, and then they introduced the
San
cigar
Lotano.
to us, and then we thought like the same thing happened again and again every day. You have so many companies, so many people. They come, they give you cigars to try. So they were hoping that we put the cigars on the shelves and sell them there. So long story short, we got the cigar. We sat there.
We fell in love with
We
it.
smoked it. We only smoked maybe this much, and then we knew this is gonna be a big hit.
Instant.
Instinct. Then so we
You know why? His cigars, his blend was totally different than anything we ever smoked before. It was new, refreshing. When he came out with the San Lotano, we were blown away.
Yeah.
So
That's
right
a lot of
away-
people's favorite.
Oh my God!
And now
it
this
was
is going to
amazing.
be a lot of people's favorite.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, and this is how we started. So we became a huge supporter of AJ Fernandez brands, from San Lotano to New World.
New World.
And AJ came in and they wanted to introduce New World Connecticut and we launched it from our shops to all the United States. Cigar Aficionado came in. We had a huge dinner at our cigar shops, and people love those cigars.
So
the
to
New
answer
World.
Angela as well, when did you know? How long you knew him? We knew him from the beginning, from the very get-go, from the very start.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's a good relationship to have in the cigar world. AJ, yeah, I always give a shout out to him. One of my very first podcasts, actually, I was like, AJ Fernandez. I think I was smoking the Romeo y Julieta crafted by AJ Maduro. It was one of my first Maduros.
Wow.
Back in the
that
and then
was-
I was like completely hooked with AJ. Then I did a deep dive. That's why I said he was actually a roller. I guess him and his wife, and then to go from that to his own factory and
Yeah.
fields.
Phenomenal
But isn't it-
story, with AJ and his company and his legacy, in a very short period of time. Right now, he's considered one of the largest, one of the biggest in the industry. And that's not only big, the product that they put,
Speaks.
guys, it is impeccable. Right now, I'm smoking the Club 500. I'm so happy with it.
So pleasing.
So pleasing.
What did you come out with first? The Pulpo, or what was your other cigar? Which one was
We
first?
started with the Viva La
Viva
Vida.
La Vida.
That was the first.
That
And
was the
now,
first.
so how did you land on El Pulpo? And for me, I have to say too, I always give my heritage. Everyone that knows the podcast, Sicilian American, bupa. We say it more like a B. Sounds like a B. Is boop. Octopus that my family has cooked, and I cook it now. I have to, the torch has been passed.
You have to invite us to the.
Yeah, well, you know the thing. You tell me if your family did this. We took the whole thing from the head, and there was like this folklore that we'd have to dip the octopus 3 times in the boiling water. And before we drop it in, that's what my grandpa from Sicily used to do. He said, you can't, he had broken English, but he'd be like,
That's the original way.
Yeah, he said that you can't, you just don't drop,
From the horse mouth here.
Otherwise it won't be delicious. Yeah. But why did you choose this as like your branding
That's a very interesting question.
As your mascot, it's almost like a mascot.
So El Pulpo, when we were like in the process of blending the El Pulpo cigar, the name was not there yet, but the idea we were talking about, we were looking for a blend that will engulf the consumer palate the way an El Pulpo grab onto its prey.
Ooh.
In terms of flavors, in terms of quality, in terms of everything that a cigar consumer is looking for. So that was the whole idea. Talking about it, when we're like in the process, we said we need something that when those consumers grab that cigar, we want them to smoke it all the way to the end and feel a connection with the cigar itself.
8 tentacles grabbing.
That's she's right. That's exactly the whole idea was. And then about really deciding why we named it El Pulpo. By nature, we love fish. We eat a lot of fish, and El Pulpo is one of the main things that we love when we go to restaurants or whatever. So, long story short, we were visiting some stores, and then it was lunchtime. So we end up going to a restaurant that, of course, they have fish and they have El Pulpo. We had the lunch. It was delicious. On the way out, we went to the car to continue the work for the day. And we said, you know what, that was a great meal. And the El Pulpo, or the octopus, was so delicious. And the whole idea is to find a cigar that people enjoy, and we enjoyed a meal, and the octopus was the top of it. So this is exactly
Angela,
where the whole thing came up.
If you think about the octopus, right? The octopus has no bones in his body, right? So no matter what shape you put him in, it fits that shape. He becomes that shape.
Yes.
So if you put him in a triangular shape, he becomes triangular. Square, he becomes square. We want a blend that works with people's palate the way the octopus fits those shapes.
Yeah, they're very small. All right, so we're going to ask the brothers, what type of wrappers do you put out for the different
Vitolas?
Yeah,
Cigars,
vitolas and the brands, yeah.
I'm going to start myself with the El Pulpo, and I'll tell you exactly what El Pulpo is all about. The filler and the binder is all Nicaraguan. It's like aged for a long time. And then the wrapper is San Andreas Mexican wrapper, which is also close to
very old.
Old
right, so this wrapper is
San
and so it's the same. This is the new one coming out, and you said at the end of May or starting May 1st?
End of May.
So like by the time I edit this, it'll be within 2 weeks. Go grab it. It's the exact same wrapper, binder, filler. Just this is a 48 by 4 vitola. Yeah. And of course, I do my classic V cut, which and the
flavor bomb, guys.
Yeah, it's a flavor bomb for sure, and also the draw on their cigars is open. And just like a perfect draw, and again you could see the smokiness. So it's the aroma, the smoke output. So far, A++. But do you remember when you were young? Like, did you ever say to yourself, like when your dad was smoking, that you enjoyed the aroma around you, or you found it to be pleasant? Yeah, like when you were young. Like
that's what happened to me. I went when he was not there, and I opened the humidor and I stole. I remember. It was a Cuban Monte Cristo number 2.
Oh, see that?
And I end up like inhaling maybe 80% of that cigar.
Yeah, because you were 13.
Within half an hour, I passed out. I was red. yellow, and then
Orange.
white.
Yeah.
And there was nothing going inside.
No, yeah, that's the warning of the now. But you waited a little bit longer. You were
Yeah.
so. Did you say, "Oh goodness, Gus"?
I learned from
Yeah,
him,
he
like
got
the
he
smoke
got
at
he
13,
got the
guys.
green. He got green because that's another thing. Like some people do say to me, they're like, especially I don't know, maybe because I'm a woman or this and that. They're like, "How are you? Are you inhaling that?" It's like some people don't realize you do not inhale
need-
cigars. You don't inhale cigars. But when you started, who taught you? Who taught you how to actually light it properly?
Yes,
Your
this is a
father or
great
your
question.
brother?
I mean, we saw our dad doing it,
Mm-hmm.
but when we had our own cigar shop, I learned a lot from the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to light my cigar, how to cut it. Yes, I was 19 and I started.
Oh,
my
you were
first
in the
cigar-
shop young.
young, right? So we opened the cigar shops. and
Was
I
it your
started-
dad's shop or
No,
you?
we opened
Oh,
it, me
you.
and him.
So
Yeah.
wow. So you trusted your younger brother.
Yes.
He were still a teen, but you were very wise. Okay, cool. So you didn't learn explicitly from your brother. You said maybe the clients were like, "No, you're cutting it wrong, or you're lighting it. You gotta
Exactly.
toast the foot."
Self-learn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, seeing your dad doing it, enjoying it, and I liked it,
Mm-hmm.
and so I educated myself with going grabbing Cigar Aficionado magazine or Snob or Journal,
Yeah.
or going on websites and learning more. But the consumer, the customer, he used to come to our store and he asked for certain brands.
We gotta keep Billy in the frame
Yes.
here. We gotta keep you in the camera here.
Hello. So basically, I learned a lot from our clients, and I learned how to cut it, light it, the best way to enjoy a cigar. You don't have to inhale; you just need to puff and appreciate all this hard work for a cigar. At least 300 hands touched that cigar to reach our shelves here at the stores, and it's really important to appreciate all this hard work.
Natural product.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all
All right, so some of you might already know, but Billy was sharing with me that he went to high school in Lebanon. Now, did you go to college at home in Lebanon?
Yes.
Okay. And then when they came to the States, Billy did university in Manhattan, in New York, and that's when they opened up
The cigar
together the cigar shop. So this I mean, you're a baller, but this guy is a baller because he was still a teen, and you were
right,
running your
right.
own cigar shop. This is like cigar dreams because I have my goals are I want to have my own stick. I'm DJ Dolce. You know that, but they might not know that. And I always tell people one day I'm gonna have a DJ Dolce stick. So we'll see. But right from my mouth up to God's ears. But the cool thing is, so while you were going to university, you were doing your cigar shop. So now we're gonna get to the music portion. So you were a cool dude in college. Now you so you were going to school studying and you were
and-
running the shop, but you were doing both.
both.
And what?
Yeah, he goes to school, he goes to college,
Mm-hmm.
and then like his free time he comes and he helps.
Yeah.
And then in the weekends as well, he takes care of the weekends and I go.
Yeah, but you were mostly there Monday through Friday.
Yes.
You were. Okay, cool. So what did you did any of you play guitar by any chance or
No.
drums
So
or?
this is the thing, right? So I was doing. I graduated. I'm an architect by trade. Okay. So I was doing architecture, studying architecture, and Gus was working at the store from Monday to Friday. I come in Saturday, Sunday, and I do my homework, my projects, the buildings, whatever, while I'm smoking, selling, and I'm doing the project at the store.
No wonder you could build a good stick.
So
Wait, we got a customer. We're actually hi.
How
We're
are
actually
you, sir?
we're in the cigar shop right now. So let
right.
me just let me cut that because we have real customers. All right, so you don't really have a favorite band. You're saying. And you don't. So I wanted to uncover if any of these fine gentlemen played drums or guitar or something. We could start a cigar band, but no, you can play the cigar box guitar. You know that?
Oh yes, you're right. Some people they do those like cigar boxes as a guitar. It's amazing.
amazing.
They do.
Now to answer your question about music, my favorite back then was the Beatles.
Yeah.
The Beatles and George Michael and those eras, the 60s, the 80s. That's the kind of music I liked, and of course, jazz.
Yeah.
Any cigar shop you go to, there is nothing but
I would say
beautiful
jazz goes hand in hand with sitting, relaxing, putting your, it's like really sitting back. You're not, sitting in the chair, but like kind of, getting your back,
Well, Angela, you're
resting your back with.
you're a professional with music, so you know exactly the whole thing. I'm going to ask you this: what is your favorite music yourself?
Well, as people know, I'm a big Pearl Jam fan, but I do like all. But the main question is, because being that I've been playing piano since I was a little girl, Mozart. Now, the main question I ask everyone is classical music.
Yeah.
So, can you actually say that you'll enjoy to sit down and listen to like Mozart or Bach as like a piece of music, or no? Because some people, because that is actually, along with jazz and everything, there's a lot of like classical compositions that today's pop music stems from that people don't really realize. So that's what I like to ask about, like the classics.
You see,
from the 1700s.
I'll answer you.
Do you enjoy it?
Question. If it's there, I will. I'll listen to it. I might enjoy it. But I'm going to be honest with you.
No, be honest, please.
I'm not going to go and search for that to listen to. But if it's there, and obviously Mozart and Bach and all those guys, they are the lords of the music. So definitely, if it's there, I'll listen to it.
Yeah, that's the answer I was looking for. The stem of all the music. He called it the lords of the music. Yeah, because now with in your car when you're taking a road trip, if you have Sirius XM or this and that, I mean, basically we have a whole disc jockey in our car these days. We could right? It's digital, so we could listen to anything. We could jump from Beatles to Mozart on a road trip. So that's what my question would be like. Would you actually put it on a road trip? But you would say no. No classical for you, maybe.
Jazz.
Because see, I would drive to classical music, believe it or not.
Oh no! Well, listen.
I mean, we love jazz. We always in our car. We listen to jazz.
Yeah.
Smoking cigars in our car.
So jazz is your number one.
100%.
Number one and number two and number three maybe. They'll just go jazz.
Classical, jazz,
Yeah.
jazz, classical.
I like it. So we want to. Yep.
And I will go Viva La Vida with the jazz
And Pulpo.
as well, guys. Listen, we have for the questions, and also we have to thank everybody out there who is listening to this. Guys, Angela is a shining star, and we appreciate what she's doing.
Forget to support your local brick and mortar. They need you. They are serving our community the best they can. We love cigar shops. We visit them anytime we can, and it's so important to support your brick and mortar, and this is what keep this community growing and surviving.
Till then, God bless.
Love you guys. When you find them, get them. Viva la vida al Pulpo, Artesano del Tobacco.